Hey everybody, Doug8798 here. This is my long overdue review and rant on the 2017 film Justice League. This is the short version. Of course, there will be a longer webcam version on my Super Vader 400 on my Super Vader 400 channel. The link will be in the description box below. But right now, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the 2017 film Justice League. I had planned to see this film. I had planned to see this film when it came out, but due to personal issues, I never got a chance to see it. I first planned to see it with my parents, but right now I'm not really getting along well with my parents. I have a lot of I've had a lot of personal issues in real life, which is why I haven't been doing videos. There will also be some changes to my channels and the videos I'm going to be doing. Not only will I be doing reviews, rants on comic books, cartoons, anime, and video games, etc., and all that stuff. I will also be doing political views, my thoughts and rants and views on certain topics in real life and certain things that happened in real life. But all of that will be later. I'm also, as you can see at the beginning of this video, I'm also changing channel icons. Instead of using a channel icon similar to Power Rangers, DC, Marvel, Dragon Ball, Naruto, or anything, I'm gonna be using my picture as a channel icon from now on. Because I like so many things, so I can't decide. I can't decide on what channel icon I want to use. I can't decide on what channel icon I want to use. So I will still use the Justice League and all the other icons from time to time, but the channel icon for my channel will be my picture, and so will the icon at the beginning of the video. With that being said, let's get on to Justice League, man. Justice League. So yeah, like I said, I want to see it with my parents, but like I said, I'm not getting along with my parents, and I plan to see it with a friend. That guy, as always, just like with every other film this year, that guy beat me to it, so I was forced, and the theater closest to me closed down. So I was forced to watch a terrible leaked version. Leaked version. I've seen the film 7 times already, and the last 4 times I watched the last 3 times I watched the film were the best. The person who recorded the Justice League movie, the website uploaded a better version, and when they upload the DVD version, I'll give a even more in depth. I'll give a more in depth review on that, since that's supposed to be a superior version of the film. Let's talk about Justice League. And first off, when it comes to Justice League, I love the film. It was pretty good. It was pretty awesome. However, here's the problem I have with this film. As you can see by the title, this is a review slash rant. Here's the problem I have with Justice League. This film right here was just what the film right here was just bland, generic, and forgettable. And that's not something Justice League should be. That's not something Justice League should be. Everything in the film was weak. The performances in the film, for the most part, were weak. For the most part, were weak. I'm gonna talk more about that in a minute. But the performances were weak. The storyline, one of the things I was hoping most for, the storyline, mainly the villain, Steppenwolf, was weak. Was weak. His motivation, I felt, was weak. Several concepts like the return of Superman was weak. Actually, I never got a chance to do this, but I was supposed to be doing some DC EU reviews leading up into Justice League. I'm still gonna do that, but I was supposed to do it leading up into Justice League. It will now, when I do those reviews now, they will now include Justice League now. But I was supposed to do some DCEU reviews leading up to Justice League. And with that being said, so um um so yeah, so like I said, the performances were weak. The performances the performances were weak. Oh yeah, what I was saying was yeah, my predictions of what was going to happen in this film. I never did a video really. I never did a second video giving my thoughts on the Justice League film, but I had predictions on what was going to happen in the film. But I decided to keep it to myself. My predictions were better than what I saw in the film, and I'm talking about the Return of Superman, which it wasn't that good. The fight scene between him and the Justice League was awesome, and that was one of the higher points. Now for some of the higher points, I talked about the best points. While I say the performances were weak, Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot, they were okay. I thought they were better in their previous films. For Ben Affleck, I thought he was better in Batman v Superman, and I thought he was also good in the short scene in Suicide Squad. Wonder Woman, I mean Gal Gadot, she was awesome in her film, and she was awesome in Batman v Superman. She was just okay here. She was awesome during the action sequences. So was Batman. I also love the new costume they had. That was also one of the positives. Was the costume design, the set design, the special effects, the action, the action. Like I said, one of the things I always loved about the DC comic book movies versus the Marvel movies. Marvel makes science fiction, action, adventure, comedy movies with with Marvel characters. With Marvel characters, they don't make real comic book films. The only ones they actually made that were close to comics were the Avengers, the Spider-Man film, and of course Doctor Strange and Iron Man 1. Next is so Justice League, they make comic book movies. They take something out of the comic and insert it and translate it well to screen as it was in the comic book. All the characters here look exactly like they came straight out of the comic book. So yeah, the costume design was good. But when it came to performances, I thought Aquaman and Flash were terrible. They were so terrible. I'm not looking forward to either one of their films. Both of them were terrible in this film. But the best character, Ray Fisher, Cyborg, he carried the film. He was the best character. I knew Ray Fisher was going to do a good job, but I didn't think he'd be the best character. He was the best character. He was just, in my opinion, going into this film, Ray Fisher was just here. Ray Fisher and Cyber was just here was to impress the SJW crowd, the social justice warrior crowd. But no, he was the best character. He had the best story arc, the best lines, and yeah, he was the best character. And I can't wait for a Cyborg movie after seeing this. I can't wait for a Cyborg movie after seeing this. So yeah, Steppenwolf. The performance was good. The performance was good too. I loved the motion capture. I loved the way he looked, and I also loved yeah. So yeah, the only thing I like about Steppenwolf was his motivation. I felt that was weak. I was also disappointed that he didn't have nothing. He didn't have much to do with Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor. I was also disappointed that Lex Luthor wasn't anywhere in the film. He was in a post-credit scene, which the post-credit scene also saved this movie. The post-credit scene showed Eisenberg with a bald head, looking just like Lex Luthor in a suit with Death with Deathstroke as he looked in Injustice, the video game. Death which I keep forgetting the actor's name. It's not the same guy from Arrow. But yeah, with Luthor talking about forming the Injustice League, or as I like to call them, the Legion of Doom. That's what I know from the Super Friends cartoon. Yeah, a much better movie. A much better movie than this movie was right here. So yeah, Justice League. I love Justice League, but it's now an afterthought now that Avengers is here. Justice League should be that. This should have been the biggest film of the year. It's barely just made $600, $600 million with a budget of 300 um million. Like I said, so yeah, so yeah, but yeah, but it was still a good movie, man. I just wished it could have been better than it was. The payoff wasn't good. The journey getting here to Justice League was good. We started with Man of Steel, then Batman v Superman. Then we had Batman v Superman, the Ultimate Edition, which I thought was much better than the theatrical version. Then we had Wonder Woman, which some say is the best. We had Suicide Squad, which I personally, if I personally had to choose, was probably the best. Best. What I thought was gonna be the worst was, in my opinion, one of the best. And and the whole journey getting to Justice League was better than the Justice League movie. Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice were better Justice League movies than the actual Justice League. Than the actual Justice League film. Well, like I said, this was my short review slash rate on Justice League. Tune into my Super Vader 400 review on my longer review, my longer webcam review on my Super Vader 400 channel. Once again, the link will be in the description box below. All right, people, I'm done.